What's up, guys? Welcome to B Sports Picks. So yesterday we had another great run, 8-0. I'm sorry, 8-1. So 8 wins, 1 loss yesterday. So that brings our grand total to 27-2 in the last 3 days. We went on a crazy run the other day, 12-0 yesterday, 7-1 the day before that, and then 8-1 yesterday. So it's been amazing the last couple of days. Show you guys exactly what I'm going to go through. So it's going to be college basketball. There's one game that I really like. There's one that's too close to call. And then there's also 3 plays in basketball that I'm going to walk through. I think I'm going to stay away from all the games in the NBA, but I'll walk through why I'm skipping them. I already put 6 plays out in the VIP, so the rest of this stuff, whatever comes up, is going to be just extra. I already threw out a bunch of batter props and stuff like that. So let me just get into it. So again, 8-1 yesterday, 27-2 in the last three days. I actually gave away 4 games yesterday, and all of them hit. And these were all for free in the video yesterday. So 2 days ago, I gave away 4 free picks, and all 4 of them hit. And then yesterday, I gave away 4 free picks, and all 4 of them hit. So I actually parlayed a couple of them. I didn't take them straight up. They were just too expensive. So A-Rod right here says, I hit a nice 4-leg parlay yesterday with the games that you gave. I took the money line on all 4 teams. So this has been a very steady. And if you look at my comments, you'll see that this happens a lot with a lot of people. They just pretty much parlay the best stuff that I'm giving out, and then it's been hitting. So I'm not saying go ahead and do it on a parlay, but it's been hitting. So let me just go through what happened yesterday very quickly, and then I'll walk into, like I said, I'm going to talk about NBA, why I'm staying away. There's only 3 games anyway. Then I'm going to talk about one very strong play that I like, and then I'm going to tell you one very strong game that I'm staying away from and the reason I'm staying away. This is the return on investment this month so far is about a 40% return on investment, 90% hit rate, and the best one for us right now is the NBA parlays. And a lot of these are because we're doing live betting as well. So this is what happened yesterday. The Knicks, I took them at a -5.5 with the Celtics at a -9.5. I actually gave away both of these teams yesterday. The other 2 teams I talked about was the Hawks and the Hornets. So -9 and a -4.5. So basically I bought it back around 10 points, just like I had mentioned, on each one of these. And both of these hit. I did a live bet over here with 2 overs. Just a 1 hit. So 1 player to get 1 hit. And then I did a correlation bet over here. These have been hitting extremely good for us. We're basically looking at Kalshi market with the line moves. If there's 3 different things that match together, we've been parlaying them together. The other one is the Hawks. I took this one live, and then I took 2 hits. This guy didn't play, so they only paid out for 1. And then another Juan Soto to get 1 hit. So all of those hit. The only one that lost was this one, was the Magic. I took them at a -12.5. They ended up winning by 11. So that's the only one, and we only lost by 2 points. So very close, very good game so far. Let's get into it. So basically, I'm going to be using this Sharp Edge tool. This is what I use every single day. If you want access to this, it's 2 weeks for free. Check out the link in the description for that under tools that we use. So that's that. Let me go into the Sharp Edge Poly Market Tracker. So right here, what it's doing is tracking the top 50 people. They're on Poly Market, and it's telling you right here their average hit rate is 66%. Their top person on there is hitting. He's made 137% of his money back, and then there's currently 297 bets right now. And I like to do this every morning because I like to see what people are betting on, especially if they're betting $15,000 average bets, $31,000 average bet, $11,000 average bet. Look at these guys' wallet size over here too, 1.4 million, 1.2 million, etc. And it actually tells you what they're betting on. So right here, this is blurred out intentionally. I don't want to give that away just like that. So these are actual traders. These are actual people placing their bets. So right now I want to go to the top rated guy, or not rated, but the win rate, 84%. He's made $6.4 million over here. That's his open positions. So it literally just tells you what they're betting on, what their current stuff they're looking at. So for example, Stanley Cup, they do long-term bets and stuff like that. This is where this becomes really, really powerful. Right here, it's literally telling you what the top people, what they all pretty much match. How can I put this? Let's say I went to Miami the other day, and let's say I was talking to the other cappers, and then we all agree on one certain play. That's called a consensus. Okay, so let's say 5 cappers, they're all going on the same bet, and that's what it tells you here. There's 3 different cappers going on what is this? That this guy's not going to win. So there's Bayern Munchen. I don't even know how to pronounce that. So this is obviously soccer. So it's saying that these guys right here are not going to win today. So there's a little tag that says today, but these guys go out far too. It says for the season, for this week, etc. So anyways, without me even doing any other research, I can see that 3 of the top people are going against Munchen, whatever that is. I believe it's soccer, pretty sure. So on the other side, what is this saying? So they're also saying on the opposite side, which is Freiburg, is going to go on the plus 1.5. So they're not only are they saying that this team is not going to win, they're going on the opposite side and say that these guys are going to cover the spread at a plus 1.5, if that makes sense, and so on. Okay, I'm not going to go through every single one of these, but like look at this one, Real Madrid. So that's definitely something I want to write down and take a look at, because there's 3 strong people that are saying they're going to go with Madrid. Over here, it tells you the amount of money that they're going with and stuff like that. Now, look at this one, Illinois. So 3 of the top people are going with Connecticut Huskies to cover the spread at a plus 1.5, which is something I don't like to see, because I actually like Illinois today. So we'll see how it rolls out. But it's good information to have, good information to look at, okay? Because they're obviously betting a shitload of money. So now let's get into basketball real quick. The Nuggets and the Spurs. The Nuggets actually have a stronger reason to win this game. I'm not saying go with the Nuggets. I don't think I'm going with any NBA today. Let me just read off some stuff here. I'll tell you, both teams actually care to win. The reason that the Spurs are trying to win is that they're trying to get the number 1 seed over OKC. And the reason the Nuggets are trying to win, let's see what it says here, 3 seed. So they're trying to get a home court advantage. If they win, if they win consistently, a few more games or whatever it is, they're gonna get a home court advantage. So they definitely want to win this game. And then on the other side, like I said, the Spurs, they want to win also because they want to get 1st seed and home court advantage. So both of these are very strong teams that want to definitely win. So for those reasons, there's a lot of stuff. Look how close this projection score is. The verdict does say to go with the Spurs. It does say to go look at the over. The line is very close to each other, doesn't shift. So they're very, very decent here. I'm not going to touch this game, to be honest. There's just too many contradictions. Even the win probability is too close. There's really nobody that's injured in any of the teams that really affect them. So too many contradictions to call this one. I'm staying away. If I was forced to take somebody in this position right here, because the Nuggets are at home and everything that I just explained, I would probably take the Nuggets on the plus 2.5. Like I said, I'm not taking that. Don't quote me on that. But I would take the Nuggets, because they actually do want to get the home court advantage for the playoffs. This is the one that I was looking at extremely hard. I actually definitely wanted to bet this one, but I'm staying away. So there's a few things, the reasons why I'm staying away. Number one, 76ers are on a back-to-back, so that's already a negative. So they're already tired. And then Pistons, they're obviously missing Cade Cunningham. Cade Cunningham is their top shooter. So he's not going to be back till at least another week. So basically, the reason I was going to bet this one too is that the Pistons already locked in the number 1 seed. So they really don't have a real good reason that they need to force this game at all, especially because, like I said, they're already number one seed. Philadelphia does, however, need to win this game because of seeding. But again, they're on a back-to-back. This line is shifting in the favor of Philadelphia. And then they both pretty much match on the ATS trends. They both have had the similar schedules. It does show Pistons outrank them over here on the money line situation. And then the one that made me really stay away was this one, the defense. These guys are B grade versus A grade, okay? And like I said, they're on a back-to-back. Defense is weak and the injuries. So that's the reason I stayed away. Look at this right here. Joel Embiid is questionable. Paul George is questionable. For those reasons, I'm staying away. Put out a lot is the Heat, but it's such a crazy number. I think they want like -12 versus Washington. I'm not touching that game at all. It's just too crazy. I'm not touching it. So now for college. In college, I looked through every one of these games, the ones that were mentioned to be the strong ones to look at. To start this research, I actually ran an analysis here, and you can see I actually ran this analysis, and I'm not going to go through exactly how this works, but basically it tells you that Illinois has an edge, Creighton has an edge, Oklahoma has an edge, and Michigan has an edge. Now you can see right here where it says medium edge, large edge, small, and small. So it is saying that Creighton has a large edge and Illinois has a medium edge. The other two are just small edges. Now, once you know that, I wrote them down. It's Illinois, Creighton, Oklahoma, and Michigan. So out of all the research that I've done, the only two that stood out was Illinois and the Huskies. So Illinois, I went in here, and right here doesn't give me a projection. It's too close to call. But the line is shifting in Illinois' favor. You can see 55% of the bets, 52% of the money. They're literally split down the middle on bets and money percentages, but the line is still shifting very slightly in Illinois' favor. Okay, so over here you go to the expert picks. I'm not going to go through this. You can read it. I'm sorry, I'm not sharing this. Sorry about that. So again, there's no projected score. The line did shift in Illinois' favor. The money is split with the betting percentages split. So this is what I always say is if the money is split, why is the line shifting in their favor? And then we go into the expert insights. I'm not going to go read all this, but there is literally just telling you to go with Illinois. There's five of 5 stars on that one. Points per game is a lot higher. You can see 83 versus 77. Defense is a little bit weaker. They allow 3 more points than the other team. And if we go into the deeper research, which I already did, everything points towards Illinois. So what I did is I actually bought it back to the original, just the money line. That's what I took. So that's my free play for you guys. Now, the one that was too close to call was Michigan and Arizona. You can see literally everything is split down the middle, pretty much. 56 for Michigan, 43 for Arizona. This information that I was looking at, it said that Michigan did have a slight edge. The line is shifting in Michigan's favor. You can see it's literally number 1 versus number 2 in the nation. Everything is literally just split down the middle. So I'm not touching this. This is just too close to call. Now the expert insights are saying that Arizona should win this. To be honest, man, this is one of the games that I really want to go watch. I want to actually experience watching this game. So I might just go out and watch this game because this is going to be a crazy, crazy game. So anyways, take that for what it is. I'm not betting this one. I'm staying away unless I catch something live. If I catch something live that doesn't make sense or whatever, I'm more than likely going to lean towards, Arizona. So we'll see how that goes. Again, we've been hitting this amazing streak. I've been hitting these live betting stuff. Let me show you that scanner real quick because I just updated it actually. See, last night I added baseball to this. So you can see right here, I'm not going to go into all these crazy details, but I know it looks crazy. But like, for example, baseball, right now it's saying that the first game starts at, 4 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 4 o'clock. Okay. But what happens is that when this goes live, for example, this goes live, this open number here and then this current number. I'm not going to go through all these details, but basically I've done other videos on my other lives. If you want to check these out on when I'm actually running this live and how I think about this stuff, these numbers start shifting dramatically. So for example, in basketball, if they started at a -1 or a -3 or whatever, and then currently they're at a -10, obviously that line is shifting dramatically. So if we're tracking these line movements, then you can buy it back to the original line or stuff like that. And then you do 2-leg parlays. And that's what's been hitting a lot on these live betting. So anyways, I'll make a different video about that. But the reason I show you this now is because I just added We just added baseball to this yesterday. So you can see the over-unders. So one example I'll give you is that the line shifted 1 point right here. It started at a plus 8.5. It's currently at a plus 7.5. It shouldn't say plus right there. Like I said, I just added baseball, so it should not say plus right here. It should just be 8.5, and now it's 7.5. So it dropped 1 point. And then over here, you can see the Brewers. The Brewers shifted 3 points. So what it's saying here, they started as underdogs and they're currently favorite. And that's a big shift because in baseball, it's pretty much they moved three runs, which is crazy. So there's definitely something to look at. And that's why this 3 is telling you it moved 3 points. Same thing with the Pirates. So we'll take a look. There's a lot of 3-point movement. I got to check why this is happening. I want to make sure this is good. Like I said, I just added it. So we'll see. But for right now, I want to tag these. And then when the games go live, if that Brewers starts scoring, then that line shifts, and then you go to buy it back to the original number and stuff like that, parlay it with something else. And that's when this has been hitting crazy. So anyways, I hope you guys understand that. All right, guys, we're at 40. For some reason, we're stuck at 4,600 subscribers. It's cool. You know, it took a long time to get here, but I want to get to 5,000. If you haven't done so, make sure to subscribe. Also, check out the free picks, the VIP picks, and the Discord. There's a link in there that says Discord plus live if you want these live betting opportunities that have been hitting dramatic for us. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Appreciate you all. Let's have a great day.